What's up? My name's Andy. I'm eating chips and okay, we're rolling.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh, bro.
Let's get this convo started.
Yeah, introduce it. So I want to talk about high school, middle school. What's up?
Before we start,
What's up?
episode 1.5.
1.5. This is 1.5.
This is a little mini episode.
Mhm.
Okay, Kyler left because he's a little bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
He left because he was hot and bothered, and he had.
He
someone
wanted to
waiting for him.
fuck. He wanted to fuck someone. That's fact.
Anyways, continue.
Elementary school, high school, middle school crushes. And cliques. I think someone had a crush on me in middle school. That's how down bad I was.
You think?
I think someone had a crush on me in high school. That's how vain I am. Her name was Tess Holcomb. I'm gonna say her full name right. Expose her ass. And, yeah, it's in middle school, and every time I saw her, so first of all, we had social studies class together, and I was like the class clown, making jokes and whatnot.
Sure.
And so every time she saw me in the hallways, she would say, "Hi, Andy," and that's when I knew she had a crush on me.
Because you said hi.
Hi, Andy.
Okay.
Yeah. She 100% wanted.
That's how desperate he was.
She wanted a middle school Andy. You know how down bad
Grasping
you are.
at straws.
You know how down bad you are if you wanted to fuck middle school Andy. It's bad. It's bad. And she was like one of the most popular kids in school.
I think we're getting confused with common decency and having a crush on somebody.
100% she had a crush on me. You guys have any thoughts? Because like the way she looked, I can tell. I can tell.
That's sad.
No. I've been thinking about this. She 100% had a crush on me.
Just by the way she looked at me, she looked at me and said hi, and then walked away, and I knew she had a crush on me.
She tried to strike up conversation with middle school. Andy had some riz. I'm not gonna lie.
I would love to see a picture of middle school Andy.
I will pull up one
and
right
see if
now.
there's
I gotta
any
pull up my mom's
riz.
Instagram right now.
Mom has an Instagram, not a Facebook page?
Oh, she had Facebook. She has Facebook. My mistake. Yeah. Older women don't have Instagram. 100% she had a crush on me. She had braces too.
Oh.
Yeah. Middle school test.
Everyone in middle school has braces.
Yeah. Now you.
Good teeth gang.
I'm gonna try to find this photo right now. But what about you guys? You guys had any crushes or people you think had a crush on you?
My high school crush is sitting in the room, so.
You guys went to Lawrence High together?
Ooh.
Free State.
Actually,
We went to Free State
Free State.
together.
I had a friend that went to Lawrence High, and apparently there's some beef.
there's beef at Lawrence High.
Beef between Free State and Lawrence
Oh,
High.
absolutely, we're rivals.
I mean,
You
city
gotta be rivals.
Yeah.
It's only like the two high schools in this city, right?
The public schools, yeah. The public high schools definitely had a rival. We didn't really care.
We're the only two
private
public schools, and then there was a private school, Bishop Seabury.
There's
but-
multiple private schools, but they didn't really.
Who's the other one?
Veritas.
They don't count.
I mean, they do, but like. It's okay.
Sorry,
They're
no
smaller.
offense. They don't count.
They're just smaller, but yeah.
Because I heard the Free State, it's in a nice part of Lawrence, so I heard it's like the bougie type. Don't you guys agree?
I mean, yeah, I guess. We got
Yeah.
more priority over LHS.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
going to deny that.
I mean, the city limits definitely like split different groups of people up for sure. But
I feel like it definitely, the way that the divisions have been set, there are divisions for who goes to what high school, and there are divisions for who goes to what middle school, but those divisions then split almost right down the middle. And so I feel like,
your sandwich.
I don't know.
Fred
I feel
Kill
like
munch on your sandwich.
you get a lot of minority groups at LHS that you don't get at Free State just by the way the division is set.
Yeah, there's definitely more diversity at LHS than there was at Free State.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, granted, we have diversity too, but
There's a lot more white people there. A lot more.
I mean, Free State is based in the on the northwest side of Lawrence, which is, more or less classified as the nicer upper middle class side of town. So you get more of those people and then versus others. Fred, do you have anything to say?
Manny just picked up Fred, the cat.
Is this the asshole?
Freddie's the bitch of the family.
He's got personality for sure.
Freddie is very particular about who he gives love to. And Manny is not one of them.
Okay.
I'm okay, whatever.
So, what kind of kids were you guys in high school? Because in high school, don't make fun of me, but I was the president of Star Wars Club in high school.
Of Star Wars.
Star Wars Club?
Yes, sir. And I was the president. Let's fucking go, Manny. And we played Battlefront 2 on the PS2. We hooked it up to the projector. It was sick as fuck.
Oh.
There was no girls there, but hey.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
Which high school did you go to?
I went to Shawnee Mission Northwest, so it's in Overland Park. So it was the more, I guess, gentrified, bougie area of Kansas, in Johnson County. I mean,
You would be president of the Star Wars Club.
bro, but I don't listen to much Star Wars stuff anymore. I don't watch I wasn't really even excited for Mandalorian, to be honest with you.
I've heard a lot of those shows are very good, but I personally haven't watched them. I mean, I've seen all the Star Wars movies, but I haven't watched the break off series that they've made.
Because there's Andor and Obi-Wan and Mandalorian.
Obi-Wan was a massive disappointment.
And even Boba Fett.
Boba Fett was even a bigger disappointment. The only reason why Boba Fett was any kind of good was because
Of Mandalorian.
there were 2 episodes dedicated to just the Mandalorian. It was in between season 2 and 3. Mandalorian's pretty good.
I thought Mandalorian was pretty good.
Mandalorian's pretty.
No, I love Mandalorian. Don't get me wrong.
Andor's only good if you like some just good old Star Wars. If you're a Star Wars nerd, you're gonna like Andor.
Yeah.
If you don't like Star Wars, you're gonna think Andor's boring.
Yeah, so it was before all that Disney Plus shit started. And I think it was when the new trilogy came out. So I was a big fan of the original trilogy and the sequels.
Sequels?
The sequels. Yeah,
The
yeah.
sequels.
The Sand, dude? Are you kidding me?
The sequels.
The sequels. The prequels. The prequels,
Okay.
I mean. The prequels?
The
prequels? That's even worse.
Prequels
all of the
fucking
quills.
suck dick.
I'm sorry, the nerds are talking right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Let's get back to high school. What are we talking?
I peaked I peaked, dude.
Andy peaked whenever that one girl had a crush on her.
By saying hi to him in the hallway.
She had a crush on me, dude. I know. Andy knows.
Okay, so for real, in high school, I feel there were different you could categorize people based on cliques, but I categorize them based on A class, B class, and kind of lower classes, if that makes sense. Yeah, basically, you know what I mean?
Let's talk about this class system you got in your head. So what's the letter of this?
Clearly a part of the bourgeoisie, but go ahead.
Class A is the popular kids, the ones that walk the halls and they know that they think that they're the shit.
So
and,
who's
they
in
know.
class A?
Name me. I can't name name. I'm not. Unlike Andy, I'm not gonna. Name
Tess
How about
Holcomb,
this?
call
How about
me. My name.
I'm not gonna name drop.
Everyone on the table right now, who would be a part of what class?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, well, let's name your class system first.
Let's
name your class system. Yeah, what's the class system?
Well, the class A is the popular kids, and then class B is it's slightly below that. You could name it as upper middle class, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And then B is C is right.
Peasant class.
Yeah. No.
No.
D is peasant. D is peasant, and then C is somewhere right
So it's
lower middle class.
So D is the under the stairs kids.
Okay, so
They eat in the bathroom at lunch.
Okay, hold on. Did you?
No, I didn't. No, that's just a generalization, Harrison.
No, I'm making a generalization.
Okay, what's
Did
up?
you guys have the under the stairs kids, the weird kids that I don't like the word ghetto, but I'm gonna use the word.
They were
ghetto.
doing drugs at 15.
Yeah, they would go out during lunch to a random ass bridge,
Smoke
do
cigs.
drugs, come back in, just weird.
I do want to say, at my school, in the women's locker room, they found a fuck ton of weed stashed in like
No way.
the big ass sink. You know how there's like a huge sink
Yeah.
stashed inside? They had to break it all the way open.
No way.
A
Someone was
fuck ton of
dealing
weed.
for sure. Dealing in the high
No,
school.
no one got
That's the definition of under the stairs.
no one got caught, but they found
because
the
there's,
stash.
because there's no cameras, obviously.
No,
and
there isn't.
So like no one would know.
crazy.
We had girls like going into the girls' locker room and like stealing other bitch shit and whatever. Like under the stairs, kids would go and steal the other girls' stuff from the locker room for sure.
It's funny because there was this girl. She was like the nicest, sweetest girl, the best grades, like was like the definition of goody two shoes. One day came to school high out of her fucking mind.
Fucked up,
Apparently
yeah.
she took like 2 edibles like really early in the morning.
That's cool.
I had a test that day and I totally forgot about it and I got a D.
That's not bad.
A D isn't bad. I didn't fail. I didn't fail, but I was not prepared.
Guys, I was
Anyway,
yeah, class
Okay.
system, class system.
yeah. So
Yeah,
now
that's
that
the
you've
class
defined your class, who would be in what class at the
We
stable?
should all go round. See,
Don't dodge the question.
I'm not dodging the question. Okay, I think. See, this is a toss up. I think that Andy is class D.
You know what? I'll take that L. I'll take that L.
Crazy.
Are you?
No.
What do you guys rate me tired?
Personally, I would not take that.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you,
I
Manny.
would do something about it.
Thank you,
Andy
Manny.
is not class D.
Because can I defend myself real quick to you, Morgan?
Andy is not an under the
Because
stairs kid.
I was a friend with every clique.
So was I.
That's the thing. It does matter. If you're friends with everybody, I feel like. Okay, go ahead.
No, yeah, I was friend with the jocks, the black kids, the Mexican kids, the Asian kids even. Dude, I have no Asian friends. I just realized I was always the token Asian guy.
You were the token.
I was the token Asian guy. Cause it's rare, dude. We're in Kansas, dude.
Oh my god. Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Andy was the token
Whiteville.
Asian.
It is though. That's so funny.
So you put me in D. You know what? I understand where you're coming from, cause we know each other that well.
Maybe I'm completely biased because I would go Andy is class D, Manny is class C, I'm
You put
B, and then you're A because I feel like I'm completely biased to that because I've always put Harrison on a pedestal. Like my entire high school career, like I always put Harrison in like even above class A, it would be A plus. Like I'm gonna be completely honest.
I'm
He has no
flabbergasted
words.
that you put Andy in D.
I don't think Andy.
Thank you.
I
Harrison.
don't
Thank you.
think Andy is a D class
you.
at all.
Thank you.
Looking at him.
If we're putting him in different classes, I would most
No,
likely
no. You're just ranking who would be in whose class.
Yeah.
You're not going from the bottom up, ranking who would be in the bottom and who would be in the top. I think you put them in what class you think they'd be in. So, like, for me, I think Andy would be.
B. I would put Andy in B.
I would put Andy between B and C. Like,
I respect that
he
choice.
knows everyone, but
There's
but like
different
he knows everyone and he talks to everyone, but at the same time he's kind of quiet and he stays in his own space in a way, at least from what I can tell. So he'd be like right there in between B and C because he knows everyone, but he doesn't talk to everyone.
He's a group hopper.
Yeah,
I'm a group hopper.
he's
I'm
kind of
a
group
chameleon.
hopper.
There's a word for that in high school. There was a word for that.
I don't know because I was that bitch.
You were that guy too.
I was.
You were, but you weren't.
It was like so. I was a jock. Like I played
Really?
a sport every single season.
Varsity.
Damn.
Yeah, sure.
Makes sense why you put him in A.
Right. I knew everyone, but also depending on the season is like I would still talk to everyone no matter what season I was in, but depending on who I would hang out with would be what sport I was in that season. So like, if I was playing basketball, I would hang out with my basketball friends, but I would still talk to everyone during the day, but in my off time I would only hang out with my basketball friends. Like track, like during spring season, I would talk to everyone, but I would only really hang out with those that were in track. Like I don't know.
So what extracurriculars did you do in high school? So that's track and basketball?
I did track, basketball, baseball, and I did volleyball too.
You don't seem like the athletic type to me.
Really?
My jaw has dropped.
Really? Okay. Are you out of your pride right now? Like,
Andy.
What? I mean, I'm just looking
Andy,
at you. You know,
Andy,
hold on.
Andy,
Okay, what's up?
Andy.
What's up? Talk to me.
I had a D1 scholarship.
Shut the fuck up! You're lying to me. Really?
I had a D1 scholarship to the University of South Dakota, and then COVID hit. In track. I had D1 scholarship in track to go to the University of South Dakota to throw discus, and then COVID hit. And it wasn't going to be anything like what I had thought it was prior to going on the tour and whatnot. So I decided to stay here and just go to JUCO, save money, do all that. So I didn't go. I didn't go to my scholarship, but I had a D1 scholarship for sport.
Damn.
I also had other offers
Class
for basketball.
Class A.
I had other scholarships for basketball. I had offers for rowing.
Oh, that's like on the lake.
Yeah.
In Birchen Park, right? Do you guys? Well, whatever lake.
Well,
it
if
is.
I had gone to KU, it would be on the Kansas River.
Yeah.
If I had gone to K-State, it would be on the river. I think that's still the Kansas River, but different part.
Dude, I got I tried after track. They cut me. Can you imagine getting cut at track? Dude?
I can't because at my school, it was a 6A school, same as you, and no one got cut.
And no one ever got cut ever.
What's 6A? Because I heard there's a kid I knew at Baser. You know, he's from Baser.
Yeah.
And there's like typical.
I think Baser's a 4A.
I don't.
Maybe.
I'm not from a small town. I'm from a gentrified,
Right.
white
Shawnee
town.
Mission Northwest is a 6A school.
Okay, so that's like the upper echelon of. Like,
Yeah,
schools.
I mean, 6A is like big school, league, stuff like that. And then based on basically the amount of kids you have at that school. So I would say Shawnee Mission Northwest, Free State, LHS, the population of kids within that school is probably around 4,000 total. The lower A you go, so 6A is the biggest. Then you go to 5A, which is probably around like 2,000 to 3,000, 4A, 1,000 to 2,000, and then 3A, 2A, 1A. 1A is like tiny of tiny.
Do you remember what Bishop Seabury is? Aren't they like?
I don't think they're classified
Really?
because
They're not
they're a
a
private school.
Okay.
Private schools play other private schools. They
Right.
don't play any public schools, so
Yeah.
it's different.
That's really interesting. I wonder what it was like growing up in a 2A, 1A school.
No, I know it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
What was? Do you know what Lincoln was?
Zero idea, Manny?
If you couldn't tell, I don't care any. I don't care. I don't give a fucking shit about.
Manny
any-
disassociated, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what street the school was on. I'm not joking.
Did you spend all 4 years in that one school?
Yes.
Dude, honestly, it's a blur. I mean, I went to high school like fucking 6-7 years ago, dude. I'm 23 years old. It's been a fucking blur. I'm fucking old.
Are you okay?
Or fucking old?
Yeah, dude. I can't believe I'm hanging out with you guys. I should be, paying taxes or some shit right now.
We all gotta pay taxes, bitch.
Dude, come on. Hey.
Speaking of taxes,
What's up?
Let's get on that topic.
No, we're not. We're going back to college.
No,
What do you guys say about taxes?
We're getting on
no,
taxes.
I thought we were supposed to talk about high school. Now we're
We'll
talking
get
about
back
taxes.
to that. You brought up taxes, and I'm just gonna bring up my father. He told me that 2 years ago he would do my taxes. This is like me when I'm like right out of high school, had gotten my first job. I asked him, I was like, I need to do taxes. He was like, don't worry, I'll cover it. That was like 2 years ago, and he still hasn't done those taxes.
Is he gonna get arrested or something? What's the deal with that?
No, apparently with like government or however the shit works, there's still COVID relief for like taxes. So he applies for that to get like extra time to do like extensions, like tax extensions. So he hasn't paid my taxes or my family's taxes for last year or the year before that.
So 2 years.
Yeah, and it's been fucking ridiculous. Anyways,
And this year's taxes is coming up real quick.
they're
much
already
right now.
They're already
Pretty much
fucking
right-
over.
yeah.
I mean, fuck.
In April 15th is.
That's Gareth Hippie. Fucking arrest that man.
Gareth Hippie. Or count your days, Gareth Hippie.
Okay, back to classes.
So
The
so you
class
pretty much
system, yes.
calling me a loser, Morgan, which
That is
you know
correct.
it's okay, it's okay.
President of the Star Wars Club explains
The thing is,
You got me there. You got me there. So let's go.
I
Move
think
on. Let's move on to
lower B, high C.
Yeah, Manny,
makes
yeah.
sense for you. Oh, I'm
You said lower B? Is that
lower
what?
B, high C for it because I feel like since you hop so much, everyone like people know you.
Yeah, because
People
I was
talk to you,
I was
but they
pretty
don't
much
know
one of
you.
the only few Asian kids there. So yeah, people do recognize me. And like, hey, who's that Asian? Who's that token Asian kid?
You
That would
reminded
be
me.
Andy.
You reminded me.
what?
My friend, he's like a super dark skinned Mexican.
Okay.
He goes to, I don't think it's Shawnee. It's another S in Kansas City. It's a really nice school. Like they have their own like big ass like tennis court, soccer court, basketball court.
Yo,
It's a high end school.
is it like a charter school? Because I heard that's what was the
Probably.
thing. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. He was like the only person of color in the entire school. He plays baseball there, and a bunch of his baseball buddies went on eBay and put him on for sale.
No fucking way. You're joking right now. You're joking.
I swear to God.
What would they sell him at?
They put him on a
Yo,
bidding
what's
thing.
the price
It
point?
was a bidding thing.
It's a bid.
It was a bidding thing.
Who bought him?
I don't know how much it was, but I do know that there were several bets.
Okay, what was the highest bet? What was the highest
I
bid?
don't know. I honestly have
Some
no idea.
middle-aged white like housewife was like, yeah, get me some of that.
I like that
Some of
boy
that
toy.
dark Mexican.
I want a little caramel boy toy.
Caramel.
But so he was only person of color at that
Only person of color
of
in
white
the
high school. I
entire
assume.
school.
Yeah.
Entirely white. It's like
Jesus.
rich white people.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I was kind of like a unicorn at school. You know, people know, Andy,
Oh.
the Asian kid. It's facts, though. It was facts.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
What are we about to say? What do you think I was going to say?
Go ahead.
Andy, the Asian kid?
No, go ahead.
President Star Wars? Mr. President. If you guys had to... You guys had to refer me as
Mr. President.
Mr. President of Star Wars Club.
You were president of Star Wars Club. I was president of Hype Club.
What's Hype Club?
Hype Club is like your pep rallies, your
You
homecoming,
lame-o. You jock-looking
going to
fucker.
like football, basketball games, whatever. I was the president
The
of like
cherry
the
on
Hype
top
Club.
was that Harrison only went to like one game that wasn't his own.
I went to one quarter of one football game that whole year, and I was president of the Hype Club.
Co-president.
Co-president. Shout out Pete Judge.
We're saving for you. We're saving you for last, Morgan. But let's get on Manny. So we said, what do you say, Morgan?
I said Manny was C. C.
I have some context for. Okay, go ahead.
No.
I have some really good evidence to support.
No, yeah, absolutely.
think I am.
You should explain like where you were in high school, and then we can give like what we think.
This
I don't
is
know where
fun.
the fuck
like
I just, dude. I don't fucking know where. Okay,
What'd
I'll
you do?
get-
What'd
I'll
you do
paint
in
the
high
picture.
school? Yeah,
I'll paint the
that's
picture. So, I'll paint the picture with who I was. So, who I was with. So, first day of class, the person right next to me.
Mhm.
His name was Ander. He was the first person I talked to in that high school. We later that day we met up at lunch.
Mhm.
There was another guy in Ander's second class, so it was two of us. Those two people I was friends with for the rest of high school.
High school.
Not only the only friends I had for the rest of high school. Two people that I met like on the first 2 days of school.
Did you do any extracurriculars in
No.
high school? Absolutely not. Okay.
I work with my dad after school.
A working man. We got it.
Yeah. Oh, I only just worked. I didn't get it. I didn't get anything.
You didn't get paid for nothing.
You got your father's love as payment.
Did you though? Did you? No.
I got clothes on my back and I got a roof to live
It's okay.
under.
Hey man, this is therapy session.
That's what
right
I
here,
got.
son.
So I'm hearing you got the bare minimum of being a father. Didn't we all? That's okay.
You know,
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, so I agree with Morgan. I always put Manny at C. So he wasn't like, the most unpopular kid. He was just there,
Getting through the day, surviving.
Yeah. Just he was just there. You
Okay.
see him in class.
getting an education.
Yeah,
He
getting his
was
diploma.
like the working kid that no one viewed as the working kid. They just saw him as the weird, unpopular kid that never talks.
Whoa. Defend yourself.
Oh,
Defend
you know
you.
what's funny? It's funny that you say that. In PE, after PE, there was this kid. Never talked to him in my life. Came up and said, "What up, bro?" Dabbed me up. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Later, I found out that he did that because he thought that I'd be a school shooter. And he wanted to get on my good side.
So Manny was in the D class.
I wouldn't call it the E class. That made me well known in a way.
Oh my god.
Manny.
Well known as the school shooter.
That's awful.
It's better to be known than to be liked.
You have to name drop this man that dabbed you
I
up.
don't even know his name. I've never talked to him, never met him. I didn't know him. I only know his face.
That's why I feel like you're C class. People knew you. It just wasn't
It's
in the right context.
They knew it was the school shooter.
Manny, I'm so sorry.
Potential school shooter.
honestly, I thought it was funny.
Oh no, I would take that shit and run with it. Are you kidding?
Make threats to everybody.
All right, this is enough. Just reach into the backpack,
Reach in, pull out a notebook.
like a notebook, a piece
You
of
thought.
Writing down like his shit list, like how many names.
cross out a name after someone talks to me. Okay, so
right.
you all think C class.
I think I stick with that answer, C class.
And you want C class?
I say C class for you.
What do you go? Mr. Harrison Ford.
He has the hiccups.
I still have the goddamn hiccups. I don't know. I mean, I put Andy in C, and I don't think.
I'm okay with C.
See, I feel like you're between B and C, Andy, and I feel like Manny's between C and D.
I say F.
Did you say F?
I would say F. What? You just admitted to yourself you had 3 friends, dude.
It was.
Two. Andy's on the floor.
If you're gonna make fun of me, get your fucking facts straight, dude. He lost it.
I'm so glad we did this podcast episode.
Andy.
This is so good, guys.
Anyways, later on, after high school, I got back in contact with one of like the popular kids. Like everyone knew this guy like by first last name. I talked to him and he said, "Yeah, when we were in school, like there were like 5-6 main groups in our grade. There was like the basketball, football, then there was the soccer kids, the track, and there was just a random group of kids, and then there was me and the 2 other guys. And apparently, we were like really well known, like in our grade, because we were always together. Always together.
That's why I stick with C class.
Okay,
See,
fuck
people
you.
knew you.
All right,
like,
okay.
I stick with
Let's say C class
All
for
right.
me, Andy. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Harrison's
now we're on
A class.
Now, born ass Harrison
Harrison's
being
A
a
class.
S class fucking nerd.
S
Everyone's-
is higher than A.
S
Everyone
class
sucked his
even.
dick.
Oh my fucking! You gotta explain yourself, Harrison.
I don't know. I feel like Harrison wasn't like, because it was just the athletes. I don't know if you were like well known in like the theater community.
I
and,
wasn't a
like-
cocky bitch.
That's correct. That is.
I
correct.
wasn't. I wasn't that cocky jock that went around like thinking they're better than everyone else.
Did you know that you were kind of like up there in terms of popularity?
Yeah, were you self-aware?
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I knew that I knew everyone, and I think a big part of that was coming from middle school where I'm not going to lie, I feel like I was in a lot of different groups in middle school that were viewed as like not very popular. And then coming into high school and just doing sports and doing a lot of varsity sports, I met a lot of people that were popular and talked to them, but I also remained friends with like the people that I was hanging out with in middle school. So I knew I talked to everyone, and I didn't have like a preference over like, oh, you're better than,
No.
this group. Like, I just talked to everyone. I was nice to everyone. Like, I didn't
True.
give a fuck what group you were in.
That's
like,
the bare minimum. Just being nice to everyone. That's
no,
all
it
takes.
is, but
It
like
is.
that's the
It
thing.
really
And a
is.
lot of people weren't like that in high school. Like, a lot of people, I wouldn't view them as above me, honestly. Like, because you have like your stereotypical popular groups of like girls and boys who were fucking assholes.
They were considered A class, but they were complete assholes.
They were considered A class, but they were fucking D class in the terms
Exactly.
the way they treated people.
Right.
Like, they were below like who you would view as minority. Like, they treated everyone like shit.
Yeah.
Versus like me, like, I knew everyone and I respected everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
I talked to everyone in a manner that I would treat everyone the same way.
That is really true. That is 100% true. That is why I feel like I always have put you on a pedestal, is because you weren't one of those kids that like was a complete
Yeah.
like knew that you, just because you're rich doesn't mean that you're like, not you specifically, but like the other people in A class, like they,
White privilege?
I mean,
always.
I mean, sure, I have white privilege. I'm not gonna
I'm playing.
deny that.
I'm playing.
I mean, it's always there. White privilege is always prevalent.
If
but,
you're
like,
white, you have white privilege.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
and that's something people.
It's good to
don't
be
want
self-aware
address.
of that, though, because a lot of people aren't.
There were a lot of people in our high school that were definitely not aware of what they like, the effects that they had on other people in our high school, for sure. So I definitely always had put you in an A class for sure.
Yeah, I think Harrison would definitely be an A class because he was friendly at work. Always nice to people. Like, immediately when I first met him, I was like, yeah, this kid's sick. I can hang out with this kid. What do you think, Mandy?
I was about to say, what does Manny think?
You guys, everything you guys said was spot on. I feel like, especially like, I feel like you and Kyler kind of have the same energy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sure.
100%. What do we think about Kyler?
Let's talk shit about
Yeah,
him.
let's talk
Fuck
shit
that
about
fucker. Fuck that motherfucker. So
He's A class.
what town he grew up again? Hutchinson, Kansas. So probably a small town. No.
Hutchinson's big. 6A.
It was also a 6A school.
No way, really? Okay, so like a lot of
school.
kids.
Yeah.
God, he's so fucking hot though.
All right.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
All right,
Like,
Twinkie, pipe it down.
Did Kyler say hi to you? Does that mean he has a crush?
Shut up! No, like Kyler's fucking friendly all the time, 24/7. I feel.
No, he was. He was super friendly. I mean, I will never forget the day that he came in. I like his first day, his first tour. I was working that day, and Abby was
Wow, I love Abby.
our
Shout out
manager.
Abby.
Oh, shout out Abby. Yeah, she was great. But she was, I think, on lunch when he like came to our department for the first time, and so I was like, I guess I'll kind of just give you a tour because I don't know what else to do. I started like 2 months prior
Yeah, pretty
to you.
much. Yeah.
So I just like gave him a tour around the place, and I was like, because he told me he came from O'Reilly's, and I was like, obviously I feel like you already know kind of like the ropes of hardware, but I'll give you like the tour of Menards because it's a much, much, much bigger store. But he always seemed like very open and like, kind of, I wouldn't say he was like talkative per se.
Yeah,
at
I mean,
first.
first couple days.
Yeah, no, but he was still like open and like understanding, and I don't know. He was chill.
You know what I say? I put Kyler in A class just immediately, just from knowing the guy. I put him in A class because you guys immediately hit up. You guys are boys. pretty
Oh
much.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Did you know each other before?
No, we did not. Yeah, we did not. I don't know what it was, honestly. We just kind of like got to talking one day, and then it's so weird how that happens, though. Yeah. Like, even this, like, it's so weird how you can like start at work and just like be coworkers, and then be like a lot more than that. And
Besties.
I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like weird.
I just want to say this podcast was my idea.
Okay, Andy.
Andy just thinks everybody has a crush on him, so.
Okay, Morgan's out to get. We're gonna
Andy
get
is
you
kinda
last,
cute, though.
Morgan. We're gonna get you
And he's
last.
kind of cute though.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
Andy's
that.
sexy.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But like overall, overall, Kyler and Harrison are dope people. I put you both in A class, actually.
Thanks, man.
I feel like, personally, in the context of high school, I feel like Kyler is like B class. I feel like in the context of high school, I feel like he definitely grew once he got out. But I feel like in high school, I don't.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know what I mean?
If we're talking like strictly like high school based, like we were, I would probably put him in B class because I don't think he. I know he ran track,
Cross country.
I would. I mean, which sports doesn't really matter, but I would probably
Sometimes
put
it
him in
does.
B class. Like he like talked to people, but I don't know. I don't really know what he was like in high school, to be honest.
I don't either. He's not here to defend himself.
That's
yeah,
true.
let's just make fun. Let's make some
Kyler
stories.
is B
He's a
class.
fucking loser. No. I feel because
Fuck Kyler.
high school, you're learning how to become a person. You're
Right.
learning how you become your own person. You know, I didn't really figure that out until like probably like my junior or senior year, because I was just there, getting in and getting out. But yeah,
Fair. Yeah. No, I agree. Absolutely.
yeah. But let's get on Morgan's ass. Morgan's judgmental ass here.
No. I'm gonna preface. We're gonna do the paint the picture, right?
Before that,
Let's paint the picture first.
Paint the picture.
I put Morgan in B class.
Well,
Hold on. Let's wait. Let's let her talk.
You're gonna do her like that?
Let's let her talk. Let her.
That's
the preface.
crazy.
All right, painting the picture.
That's Andy. That's crazy.
well,
putting him in A and then he.
just straight up B
That's
class.
crazy.
All right, it's
The
okay.
confidence
You know
in
what?
I'll tell you why after she prefaces, and
Yeah.
I'll see if she mentions it.
Mentions. All right, so in high school, I played volleyball all 4 years. I was in choir. That's my other thing. I was the choir nerd I think I did 7 years of choir in middle school and then into high school. And I didn't do any theater, but I was, yeah, I had both ends of it though. That was the thing. I feel like I'm going to be honest, I feel like I tried to fit in with the A class.
The mic didn't pick that up.
I wasn't that bitch, so it's okay. But that's the preface, is that those were my main two things, was choir and volleyball.
Lower A, upper B. That's what
I
I'm
would
gonna
say low B tier.
low B.
Low B tier.
Damn.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
I feel like I'm the only one that really knew Morgan in
Yeah,
high
you guys
school.
went to high school together. Come on.
I put her in B. I don't know if I would put low B tier. I think
Mid B.
I think she kind of hit it on the spot, like lower A, kind of
Okay.
upper B.
Okay.
But the reason why I would put you in B is because, and this isn't like, I don't really know how to like phrase it. While Morgan was in high school, she dated upper class men. And in doing so, she wasn't really around like friend groups all of the time because she was with other like people, other upper class people. And I wouldn't really put that in A because it's just like, I don't know, a lot of people didn't really get to know her because she was spending a lot of time in other like places and situations.
One specific place, my ex's place,
Yeah.
to be specific.
But I mean, because of that, there wasn't a whole lot of like bonds forged right off the bat throughout. But as high school went on and as everyone grew, I think she grew. So I would put that B tier.
What do you think, Manny?
When you said the ex's house thing, that kind of reminded me of my own experience.
Do tell.
No, not ex, but current relationship. The first time I've been in a woman's room, like partner, was in December,
Really?
3 months ago.
Really? See, with the prior conversation with the first podcast session, I would not have guessed that at all.
What's your guess for me?
Well-
what would have been your guess for me?
For like the body count thing,
Yeah.
if that what we're going for, I think my answer was 7. I think that would have been my
Damn,
like,
really?
true guess. Yeah. Just from like first vibes and first impressions, for sure.
Because he had like that cool.
Like I feel like just from like literally the first impressions, like I feel like you are a little like more shy and like reserved and like a little bit, in words, like mysterious. That's the word I would put. That's the word I would give. That was my reasoning behind that. That's just because I literally don't know a lot about you.
Fair.
But I feel like that's a compliment though.
Yeah.
Mysterious is the word that I
100%.
gave Harrison whenever I first met him too. Because no one knew like, I feel like no one knew what you were. Like no one like knew you. Like you knew everybody else, but no one really knew you.
That cuts deep. That's deep.
I feel like that always cuts into the Gemini thing though. But I feel like you're like a different Gemini.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. But I was gonna say, yeah, Manny definitely fits in that anime mysterious character. Is that the right word?
That's the right word. That's so good.
Manny is an anime character, confirmed by me and Morgan.
Excuse me?
You?
You
Is
call
that
me
not
a fucking weeb?
Look at your shirt.
It's Mario.
I love this shirt.
So, Manny, let's talk about
If I
Manny's
had an
outfit.
Attack on Titan shirt, then fucking maybe.
Okay, so
You're the one that
Manny-
made Mario 3D your favorite game.
I did.
So Manny has on a Mario style shirt. It's Mario themed.
This
So he
is
has,
a dress shirt.
so he has piranha plants. It looks like that's sick. That's
Take a guess
sick.
how much I fucking spent on this.
I actually really like this shirt. I'm gonna preface, like I really do like it a lot.
I got it. I think it was box lunch. I got it at
Box. So that's like anime, like pop culture type.
very
Pop
pop
culture.
culture, which usually I like. It's like super mainstream.
Okay. And is that at the mall? Like a local mall, like Independence Mall
Oak
or
Park.
Oak Park? Okay, I recognize that place. So for that shirt, a dress shirt,
Dress shirt.
with the piranha plants, with the fire flowers, the boomerang. It's a Mario Kart themed shirt, right?
Well, the boomerang isn't on Mario Kart.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's in one of the Mario Karts, but not.
I'm gonna say
It's like an older.
I'm gonna say $60 for that dress shirt.
Yeah,
Bucks.
somewhere around there.
$60.
50 to 60, yeah.
God, I was gonna go like
I was thinking, yeah, like 40, 50.
$29.99.
70.
Okay.
I'm not lying. This is the first like clothing item I bought myself in like 2 years.
And Manny wore it to the podcast. That's actually sick, though.
Manny, thank you for dressing up, Manny.
This is an official Nintendo product.
Manny is putting in the work. And
Manny is.
What's the rest of the fit? Let's
Stand up. Show us the fit.
Well, it's because we had to go to work that I had to wear jeans, like basic ass jeans.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I had to wear my worst clothes.
Where are the jeans from?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Not
jean. I'm not a
up
jean guy. I don't know.
me
hate
too.
jeans so
Me too.
much.
It's so rough for me. But
What were
I
we
was gonna
talking
say, yeah,
about?
you dress nice, Manny.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, you called me a fucking weeb. What was
Oh, come on, Manny.
What do you
drop
mean
it.
by
We
anime?
called you anime.
We call you an anime. What
does that mean?
Mysterious anime character.
What does
so
that
think
mean?
about the kid that like goes like.
I don't Naruto run. If that's what you're.
You,
There was a kid in school that did Naruto run. Like
come
during
on,
track.
man. You serious?
No, I swear to God.
There was always that one kid that had their like laptop sitting out and they had like their music blaring
Oh
walking
my-
down the hallway. Like
Morgan,
just
you-
listening to that shit.
That's so specific, but it's so true. It's so detailed.
It's so accurate. There was always that one kid.
Manny was that kid. Wait, I think we all.
No, Manny was not that kid.
Manny was that kid.
Okay, dude. Fuck you too.
You had the cat ear headphones in.
All right, bro.
No.
I got ears for headphones for my girlfriend.
Yes.
For her to put on her headset.
And that's nice. That's very nice of you. But I'm just joking around, man. I don't think you're the anime.
Side eye.
This isn't a side eye. I'm giving the full
He's
fucking
giving me
glare.
the death stare, bro.
Go on.
The anime stare.
The anime stare. Manny,
I don't even watch anime. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what to compare it to. Like,
You're calling me a fucking loser, Harrison.
That's not true.
we're not. This is like an open discussion here, okay? We're just.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish I like watched anime.
You should honestly.
I just like a part of me can't get into it though. I don't.
Is it like how these people talk, or is it subtitles type of thing? Because you can watch it sub or dub.
I mean, you
It's
watched Avatar.
neither.
I feel like that's like
Okay.
I feel like it wouldn't.
I wouldn't count that
that's
as anime though. Does Avatar count as anime? Because I wouldn't.
That's a huge discussion. And like,
I watched Pokemon, but I don't know if that's borderline anime.
Is Avatar made from an American studio?
it's American, yeah.
Then I don't think it's.
then I wouldn't consider.
If it's
it,
Nick,
maybe.
then I don't think it's anime.
It is borderline. That's what I would consider.
It's
it.
borderline, but on the side that isn't anime.
Let's call it anime inspired.
While Pokemon is on the side. What?
Anime inspired.
I was saying that Pokemon was borderline anime.
On the anime side.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
But that's as far as I could get. Like, I remember like Dragon Ball Z when it came out, or like, I don't even know. That's Naruto.
You even said it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know anime that well.
Isn't Death Note? Is that one of the ones that? See, I feel like there are certain ones that you could like get into it and then watch like other ones.
Death Note isn't a good one to get into though.
See, yeah, that I wouldn't know. That's
Probably
the
the
thing.
most basic one you could get into that I think anyone could enjoy is One Punch Man.
What? Where's it streaming?
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Okay.
That's a good one, Manny. I
It's like
kinda
the
agree with
best,
that.
like borderline, like anyone can.
And it's
sit
like
down and watch.
recent too, like 2016, 18-ish, like maybe even.
I think it's
It's recent. Let's say that.
that's 7 years ago, dude.
No way. 7
Do you
years
not know
ago?
how to?
18, it's 2023.
It's been 7 years, bro. Yo, I'm old as fuck.
Fucking dinosaurs.
You were going into high school in 2016.
Guys, I don't think I should legally be here.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated the year 2017.
That's crazy.
Yo, dude, that's
2017?
insane. Yeah, 2017, man. And I went to the military. My life's insane. My life's crazy right now.
I graduated 2021.
2020. Oh my god. Yeah, I went to high school. I went to college like 2 years late, and I still feel like a dinosaur next to the kid. Dude, it's so weird talking to these kids in my classes, man. Because, you know, they're
These youngins.
these youngins. Yeah, because, like, well, I didn't grow up with TikTok or Vine. I was an iPad kid.
Even college students didn't grow up with that stuff.
That's true, but they were born in like the early 2000s. I'm talking about 2004, 2005 ish. I wasn't. Yeah. I was in preschool in 2005. So yeah, it's definitely weird. It's
I
really
wasn't
hard.
that weird.
But I feel like I was an old soul as a kid. You know, I didn't really connect with people my age. You know, because I was into freaking
too.
Star Wars.
Me too.
There we go. 2 friends. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Third friend,
The third. I was the third friend, Manny.
probably. Well, I met them afterwards. Well, you called me a nerd, so
You
and a weeb.
I did not.
See how it is.
That's not how I did that.
called him a weeb.
I have never said those words in my entire life.
You insinuated.
You implied it.
I did not imply
You
those
implied it.
at all.
You implied it.
I did not. I put you in a higher class
Hey,
than
relax.
Andy.
It's okay. Hey, relax. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
okay.
You should feel.
Relax.
Thankful.
Hey, relax. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
But what were we talking about again? Like me
hell.
being old and shit. Yeah,
You're old.
I'm old. I'm old.
Andy's old.
Yeah, I'm old.
What were we talking about?
What were you talking about, dude?
Well, it was.
After the class system, I think.
The class system. Then we talk about fucking how you dressed. Your anime. We talk about anime.
Amazing.
Let's bully Manny. Yeah.
Remember the school shooter thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that is.
Want to play
that was
with
the most
guests in
funniest-
my backpack?
He's armed.
Pull it out.
Pull out the knife. Pull out the middle.
You pull out a Glock right now. I
It's
swear to
your-
God.
it's your thing.
It's the
I
pop
was
filter.
like, oh shit, you actually have one. I got excited.
I'm thinking about buying one.
You were excited about a Glock or a knife?
A
Oh.
gun.
Oh.
I have like 4 knives at home.
Would you be a gun owner, Manny?
Hmm?
Would you be a gun owner?
Oh yeah.
I think I
100%.
would be too. Yeah. But what about you guys?
I feel like I wouldn't, but my
Would you
current-
trust Harrison
Yes.
with one?
100%.
I grew up.
Midwest people, you know what I mean?
My friend, he doesn't have papers, and he bought a gun at a gun show. He paid like $300 extra more to get one without like a license and everything.
Is this still legal? Like, if the police If the police like,
Everyone was looking at him weird at the gun show.
Wow.
police caught him, he would be fucked.
It can't be on his person when he's out.
Right.
So he has to own it at home. But okay. Huh.
Because in his home, it's like technically like private property or whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever the
you
rules are.
can't. Yeah, they can't just barge.
Missouri
in,
rules are
but-
different.
Okay. Interesting.
But if I bought one, then I can walk around with it, which
Mhm.
doesn't make. It has to be concealed carry, but you don't need to have a license.
Correct.
Wicked.
Cool.
Crazy.
Bang, bang, bang.
What the fuck are you doing?
Sounds like
It's like when he was purring earlier.
Andy is demonstrating what Manny was in high school.
All right, bro.
Yo!
Okay.
That was the
All
joke.
right. Okay.
That
All right.
damn.
Manny,
Okay.
that fucking
Alright.
joke about 3 friends, but you said 2. I'm
Alright.
still laughing about that. That's
All right.
too funny.
I'm back down to 2 friends. Never mind.
Manny, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I'm your buddy. Come on, man. You built my computer for me.
You wouldn't do that for just anybody.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that if I was just like Kyler or Harrison. What? No, you would. No, you wouldn't.
It's because I like building computers, not because I like him.
Ooh.
That's a
My
dig
house.
at Andy right
Go
now.
fuck.
Come on, Manny. I'm your good friend, man. Like physically, I'm your best friend. Physically, not over
The
Discord.
fuck you mean by physically? What's going on?
In real
Said
life.
not over Discord.
We talked last night on Discord.
That was true, dude. I was trying to come up with a joke. I gotta show you guys this joke.
What are you saying on Discord, Twinkie?
All right, let me show you. Let me pull up the receipts. So I'm writing a script right now, and it's a joke.
Tweak.
Okay, don't let that be an inside joke, guys. Come on now.
Are you a Discord fanboy?
No, I'm not. I use it just for group chats.
I'm gonna tell Liv that your new name.
You have her number, you fuck?
No, I don't have her number. At work, dumbass.
Okay,
That
fucking
is
Christ. That's insane. Okay, well, let me look up the receipts I sent Manny of this joke I got. So I was writing a joke for this short film I'm writing, and it's about a failed stand-up comedian. And so the scene is like he's trying to tell jokes to an empty crowd. So what I'm trying to
An
aim
empty
for
crowd?
an empty crowd. Yeah. Because he's there just to practice.
Oh, okay.
He's just there to practice. So typically young comedians are shoot jokes. So they don't have like personality. It's just jokes they want to experiment with, right? So here's a joke that I wrote. All right, so the character's name is Mercy, right, all right. So how it goes is he's just new to this new town, right? And he said, and it's like a imaginary crowd cheering for him. So he goes, please stop. I'm not a fan of small towns. Everyone knows each other, but I feel like there's always the racist guy, by probability. Since we're in the Midwest, have you guys met a nice racist? I wondered how the conversations go. Like you see the racist guy getting his mail, and he turns to you and says, "Good morning," but he's in blackface.
Wait, that joke confused me. Because why would a racist person be in blackface?
What are you talking about, Manny?
Because the blackface is the racist part of the joke.
Yeah.
But the racist person is wearing blackface. But why would he want to wear blackface?
Because he's racist.
But he wouldn't want anything like. He
The
wouldn't
joke
want
is the joke is he recognized that this is a person, racist person, right? So racist doesn't mean like what you look like. So he's like, oh, here's the racist guy. Then I'm gonna get canceled hard.
And Andy's canceled.
I'm canceled. And he says good morning, just like casually, good morning, but he's in blackface.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently the joke doesn't work, so I'm gonna scratch it. But
Well, read what I said.
you said smiley face.
Well,
You were an enabler of the racist joke, Manny. You said, I got the receipts. Morgan can see the receipts right now. And I said, oh shit, my bad. I sent it to the wrong person.
He sent it to the, that's why I
Wrong
sent the smiley
person.
face, is because he sent it to the wrong person. So I sent the smiley face just so he knew who he sent it to.
And he said, my bad, bro. Wrong person, lol. And Manny responds, or is it? And I said, no, I clearly said someone else.
I'm just gaslighting him.
And Manny said, or is it? And I asked him, so do you like the joke? And Manny responds, "It's space, a joke, that's for sure." Smiley face. So I guess he didn't like it. And I said, "Is it too much edgy? It's for school. So should I change that ending bit?" And he says, "I feel like you're going for shock value for the sake of shock value." And Manny, yeah. And Manny's, I feel like we're both hardcore analyzing this joke.
Yes.
And I said, "I'm thinking as a new comedian, I feel like they go for shock value to get laughs." And Manny responds, "I mean, yeah. How about you?" So I'm changing the joke ending bit. So I was like, "How about you see the racist guy getting his mail, and he turns to you and says good morning, but he's in his Nazi uniform." And I said, "Something less hurtful."
I feel like that's better than the blackface one.
Yeah, and he said, let me think. I remember watching a skit where there was a polite racist. There was two white couples having dinner, and the conversation turned about Dave Chappelle. And one of the guys was like, "Oh, no, I never seen him." And they asked him politely why. And he just casually says, "Well, it was because he's black." I see where you're going. You want the shock value to be as casual and openness to being a racist person.
I feel like the joke is that he's completely open and completely okay with being
That
racist.
was the joke, just how casual he said it. So I can't believe we're talking about a racist person. This is awesome. But I will never be a stand-up comedian. I will just say that right here, right now.
On a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
Ooh, that's a good one.
If you say 1, you're lying.
No, I'm not going to say 1. I feel like Morgan and I have had this argument, though.
We have had this argument before.
Because she has a book. What's
I don't have a
called?
book, but there is a book. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. But like, all white people are racist. That's like kind of the thing, is that there's white privilege, and then it's just like there are so many people that are unaware of their whiteness and like the effects of their whiteness. Basically, they take privilege. They don't understand their privilege and like what other people go through, if that makes sense. What other minorities go through. If that makes any sense.
I'm not talking about like because you're white, but like conscious and unconscious decisions that you make and thoughts that you have.
See, some of that is so subconscious. It's just like
Exactly
the privilege that you have, you know, that. So like sometimes we don't even think about it because we don't have to, if that makes any sense.
Okay. Sure.
Like sometimes we can't even rate it because we don't know.
But if you were.
But if we had to.
But if we had to. Go on.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I would consider myself pretty aware, but like I can't rate that. I mean, it's a really hard decision to make, if that makes
Lower
sense.
or higher than 5?
Lower. I would want to say lower.
Lower or higher than 3?
3. I'll say 3.
That's a safe. If you couldn't choose 3.
Oh
3. What do you mean if I didn't have to choose 3?
3
Why
is such a
This is
safe.
her decision.
A 3 is like the low version of a 7. 7 is such a safe fucking answer.
So you want me to say 7 or what?
Say either 2 or 4. You don't get a choice.
0.
All right, bro.
All
All right, 3. We'll go with 3.
Yeah.
Okay, if I had to rate because we're both minorities, Manny, I would say, well, Asians are probably one of the most racist people on earth, right? So, I grew up,
That's one way to start that.
So, if I had to rate myself on a numerical scale from 1 to 10, I would say 2 for me.
Why would you say it to?
Because there's some stereotypes I believe in. You know what I mean?
Like?
I'm not going to say the stereotypes outright.
Oh, come on.
I'm not going to expose myself.
All right.
Man. I gave you a number. That should be enough for you.
All right.
Guy, come on, guys. Is that... What do you want from me?
I agree with that. I feel like there are definitely stereotypes that I think about that seem true in my head, but are only true to like some part of that group that don't apply to all. But because of those stereotypes, some people do say them out loud, and then most people apply it to all of that group. You know, so like, yeah, I see where you're.
Yeah, like we're all flawed. We don't know anything about everything, like humans, we're ignorant. So Manny,
I would go 4.
Manny, I think you would be a
For you?
4
4.
Oh,
For me or
okay.
for you?
For me.
Okay. I will have to say
You're no
that
angel,
I
Manny.
think that when it comes to like stereotypes, I feel like those get planted at some point in your lives.
That's a society.
I feel like
human
that's just
society.
how it works.
For sure.
And like with with like what you say with like Asian people, minorities in general, I feel like are kind of like
Real, yeah.
kind of racist.
Yeah. It's our turn. It's our time to strike back. You know.
And I feel like you're allowed to say that because you're a part of that minority.
Well, the thing that's something that shocked me was I remember my aunt, or like it was one of my family members. They saw just like a black guy walking down the sidewalk, and he called him like a chocolate candy. Like there was like a candy brand that was like chocolate, and he called him that.
Hershey or something.
Like something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So like whenever like situations arise, like I can't help but like think of those stereotypes, but I do my best to be unbiased and to be like as fair.
Yeah, we're not perfect. We're not
I feel
perfect.
like it's nothing like that goes that far, but like, I mean, like, I've had people in my family that, you know, it's like even something as like, I feel like this one is pretty common. Like, oh, it's a slow ass driver. Oh, it's an Asian. Like, of course, you know, like,
Yeah.
I've heard those a lot, and like, you know, that's just become like a stereotype that has grown to be like super popular among like a lot of people to where it like gets like that. So
I feel like because I have road rage, I feel like in that specific situation, like if I'm like, oh, this person's fucking slow, like I'm pissed about it, and I drive up and it is an Asian, I'm like, I feel bad that like that could be like the stereotype that is in place, if that makes any sense.
It's funny. Me and my girlfriend make the same joke about stereotypes, but instead of Asian, we always say, "Oh, it's a fucking woman."
or old people.
Sexist
I'm
motherfuckers.
always like it's a fucking old person.
All right, guys. So new topic.
Oh, by the way, I think I'm like a 3 or a 4.
That's fair. We're
think I'm a
decent
3 or 4.
numbers. We're good people.
We're
We're decent people.
at the very least, we're aware.
Yeah. We know that there are stereotypes in place, but like we
We're trying.
yeah, we
We're
try.
We're trying.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Okay, we're pushing an hour.
We're pushing it out.
We're over an hour.
We're over. Wow, guys, this
Hour
is a good
two.
one. Honestly, I feel like we can.
This
call it
felt
here.
like so much shorter compared to the first one.
Because we're like at a good place with how drunk. Just nonstop, just like joke after joke after joke. You know what I mean?
I feel like we're burning off the alcohol, so we're not like
Save it for next time.
our bodies are like cycling through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to call it, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do our outro. I don't know what the outro
What would
should
be
be.
our outro?
The outro is Manny is a school shooter, and everybody has a crush on Andy.
And
Yeah, so-